Hello and welcome everybody, and thank you guys for joining me again. My name is Wilkie, and yes, I haven't been making a video for a while because I was out on vacation. I'm finally back, and this is sort of not exactly the video I wanted to do, but let me explain, I guess, the base topic of this video and why I chose or chose not to do certain things. So the main thing here is I'm not going to be making any guide videos for, well, I don't know how long, really. Despite what people may think or not think, it doesn't really matter, but generally making a guide is not just slapping a few Twitch clips together or just press recording and then you're done. Some guides work like this. Usually, if you want to at least have like a tad bit of quality and stuff to it, it's a little bit more work than that. It's not like endless hours, but usually the guides take me around about 5 to 10 hours, depending on how in-depth I go on mechanics. There's also not only the video creating process, but also the research part, where you test things out, where you verify things, you get input from other people. So there's a whole plethora of things that go into making a guide. And Pearl Abyss, while it's not 100% their fault, generally likes to change a lot around in Shadow Arena. So it's a very volatile system, or a game for that matter. But generally, a lot of the balance, a lot of the heroes, a lot of the in-game mechanics change fairly rapidly. I know this is early access, and it's not a bad thing per se that they do change mechanics around. The problem arises due to the fact that people like me and other content creators as well, we're putting our time and efforts in to create guides or gather the information for others to see, so they don't have to do the whole head work we have, so they can learn in a much faster pace and pick up the game in a sort of more streamlined fashion without just having to bite their nails or go like rock bottom to figure out everything, which gets really frustrating, and a lot of people don't like doing that. So there's that. But the problem here arises that essentially around 80 to 90% of the guides I made on Shadow Arena already are pretty much invalidated by now. Obviously, Badal is like 99% completely wrong at this point because of how he works these days, but also other mechanics that have changed, some less, some to a more or higher degree. Pretty much the guides don't give you, it's not that they don't give you the information that you may need, but they also give you wrong information, and this kind of ticks me off because I understand that games change and that the guide like after 2 years usually is not really as fruitful or does have the information you may want, but literally a week or like 2 weeks after the guides have been released, I can go and redo them all over again. And I don't know, if I start making guides again, for example, if I do a new Badal guide now, I don't know what changes in a week or 2 weeks. So for now, what that means in terms of content, I'm not going to be making any guides right now. Not any hero guides or mechanics guide in-game. I wanted to finish the beginner series, but honestly, I probably have to redo the whole beginner series because so many things have changed. Like some things, like the crabs and everything, really haven't been touched yet. But hero balance has changed, the combat system, auto hit stagger, things like this, everything has changed around. So it's kind of hard for me to keep up a steady stream of guides that I think people may want to watch or are helpful and have helpful content in them, and at the same time not completely take away the time I need to play, because if I don't play the game, I'm not really in a position to make a guide. I don't play all that much altogether, and the only reason I'm still sort of ranked high is because I play at a reasonably good pace, sort of, or I win usually, oh, not recently, but before all of these nerfs have hit, I had a pretty decent win rate, so my rank was pretty much well above average. But right now you can see that I'm probably, by the time this video is live, I dropped to rank 5, and I will keep dropping because I don't have the time to play as others do. And if I put that time, that limited time I have to play, into guides, and they get invalidated a few weeks after again, then this is really frustrating, because not only are the guides sort of useless, but they convey bad or misinformation to the viewers. So a lot of people have asked me about the Badal guide already because things don't work anymore. And I know, and I don't know how to go about this, because at one point I kind of want the video to still be there because it has some information in there which is useful, but at the same time it also shows a lot of bad things because they don't work anymore. So things you see in the guide will not be able, you will not be able to reproduce them, which is a really bad thing, because people who maybe never played the game think, oh, this hero looks cool. They pick up the guide, or they watch the guide maybe 2 to 3 times. Like, they spend a good hour researching, and then they go in game, and all of a sudden it's different. It doesn't work that way. And as I said, if the guide is like, I don't know, a year old or 2, then that's perfectly reasonable that meta changes, mechanics change, and things like this. But it shouldn't be changing literally every week. So long story short, TLDR, I'm not going to be making any guide content, as I said, either on heroes or on in-game mechanics. What I will do instead, though, because I still want to create videos, I will probably go and do every now and then chop out a video or a fight or maybe a whole game off my stream and upload that as a separate video. And the other thing that I want to do sort of as a weekly thing, either talk about the patch note itself or talk about the meta changes, or maybe do both in either separate videos or in a single video together. Not sure yet. Something like this is in the pipeline. I might do it tomorrow, talking about the recent patches, the 2 patches we had this week. Talk about it and see how it goes. Something like this is what I want to do, but as I said so far, unfortunately, I don't feel like guides are a good thing to make right now because of how volatile the game is. The game's like even core mechanics of the game change around quite frequently. So that's pretty much about it. I know this is not really the news that some people of you probably wanted to hear, but just to give you guys an idea of what the future content, at least for a while, until if the game gets more stable, I'm perfectly fine with spending 10, 15, 20 hours again to make a guide. But right now, I just don't feel like it, because I know, or I don't know, but I have a high, it's a high possibility that if I make a guide on Badal now, within the next 3 to 4 patches, things get changed again. And then again, and then again. And after like a week or 2 or 3 or 4 or maybe a month, the hero does work differently again. And I don't wanna have like 5 guides within 2 months of a hero, and at the end it still doesn't help people. So there's that. That's a small rant, but really that's just really that I wanted to give you guys on the way. As I said, I won't be doing guides. I will try to make this meta/patch notes weekly thing. So we shall see. Anyways, thanks everybody for being here. As usual, I will stream. I don't have a fixed schedule yet. Maybe I will start doing this. I don't know, honestly. Like, I seriously don't know how to fix the schedule yet, but I'll try to do my best there. As usual, I post it on Discord and on Twitter when I'm gonna be streaming live. As far as res goes, thanks everybody for being here. Thanks for all the lovely support on Twitch lately. You guys are really making my life a lot more fun. Like, at least on stream and on Twitch, it's a lot more fun if you get some people going. So a big appreciation, a big thanks for that. And hopefully I will see you guys next stream. So have a good one. Keep your heads up. And I will see you guys next time.